Hi again. Today we're going to be making some lolly stick mobiles or wall hangings. But what I want to talk to you most about before we even start to go on to the lolly sticks is pattern. Some people get stuck and they need help to look at different sorts of patterns. So I'm going to do some work on patterns first and then show you what to do with the lolly sticks that will help you to end up making one of these. So today I want to focus on three different sorts of patterns. We're going to look at lines, we're going to look at shapes, and we're going to look at dots. I'm sure there's lots more out there, but we're going to focus on these areas today. So let's start off with a simple line. We can have straight lines. We can change the direction of those lines. We can add more and we can change the size and the direction. So by using line we can make other objects. We can have curved lines. Change the way that our lines curve, making them longer and shorter and wider and thin again. You can go that way like a snake. We can have zigzag lines, up and down, tall peaks, and then short ones, tall, short ones. We can have them going up. We could have them going across. It looks like lightning, doesn't it? We can have wavy ones. And again, just change the direction. So we've got straight lines, up and down, wavy lines, zigzag, just random wobbly lines. And just imagine if we started to change colour with these now. The patterns look completely different. So you can add on to the ones that you've already done. And extend the patterns like that. So these are our lines. You might not be able to see all of those now, but it doesn't matter. Then we can have shapes. So we could start off very simple. Squares, different sizes, rectangles or oblongs. Change the direction, change the size. We can have circles. I know a lot of you like to have heart shapes. We can have star shapes. We could have them like that, or we could have them like that, as we did with our line over there. What other shapes could we have? Let me think. Triangles. Triangles are really good ones. You can have triangles that are all the same size, or you could have triangles that change direction. You can have different sorts of triangles. This is like when you were at school learning all about different sorts of triangles. There we go. We can have lots of other shapes that you could explore to see how many sides you can get on. That's a hexagon because it has 6 sides. To make this more interesting, change colour again. And with the circles, what I like to do is I like to go inside and do lots of different sorts of circles. Keep changing the colour. Use your felt tips. You've all got felt tips in your craft packs. And then you could even extend with line, adding line onto the shapes. I've just remembered another line that's reminded me with the circles now. Show you that. Another line that you could do is a spiral. Start in the centre and keep your pencil or your pen on the paper and go round into a spiral. You could even go round into a spiral, carry on across the paper and then go round in a spiral the other way as well. And then we get dots. I don't think I've got many, no, I haven't got dots on that one, but let's have a look. So we can start off with just lots of little dots. We could have bigger dots. I like to do dots around a shape, and then you could have your dots coming out. So your dots could make a line or a shape all by themselves. You could even do a spiral with dots. So there's lots and lots and lots of things that you can do with pattern. And what we need to do now is to combine some of these patterns onto our lolly sticks to make each one individual and unique. So here I've used squares and I've coloured them in. This one I did tiny spirals and then I found a glitter pen and went over the top of the glitter pen. This is just colouring in solid line. Lots of different lines there, changing colour, leaving wider spaces, putting them closer together again. Spirals again, but different colours. This, lots of triangles. I like this one, I quite like this one. This is a rectangle, which we saw here, but then I've drawn other lines inside it. Another squares. This is just straight, well they tried to be straight, but then they went wobbly lines filling the whole of the lollipop stick. Lines going across, then down and changing colour. Again, lines but changing the direction, making them like an arrow. Weavy wobbly lines. Again, just stripe and line going across, and another one with just line. We'll make a couple just to have a look at them, and then we can see how you can build up your own design. So I'm going to have a go at one of these spirals, I think, first of all. So I'm just going to start anywhere on the lollipop stick. If you don't have lollipop sticks, but you do have some wooden pegs at home, you can do this on the wooden pegs. And instead of making it into a hanger, you could put the pegs all around the outside of a paper plate and make it like a mandala. That would be good. Going round and round in the spiral. It doesn't matter how many lolly sticks you have on this. You can make them change direction. They don't have to be in this order. You could just finish there if you wanted to. Just have them like that. More spirals. I'm just going to do little ones in between these ones now. Okay. And then I'm going to use a thicker felt tip and I'm going to do some of the these sorts of lines. So I'm going to do 2s and leave a gap. I'm just going to go across with the green and make different colours. Some orange. Red. I find that this is really relaxing when you're doing this as well. Helps you to focus on something, and there's just no right or wrong way to do anything. It's just exploring your own creativity and having fun. Some yellow. Doesn't show up very well on there. So we've now got 2 lolly sticks. If I was going to carry on, maybe I would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lolly sticks together, and then I may add some that go down that way. But for this, I'm just going to show you what would happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 11. I'll make it to 10. I've got 10. So I'm going to use this is really sticky tape. This is called duct tape. It's very, very sticky. I'm going to rip a piece off and I'm going to stick it with the sticky side up, and I'm going to start to put my lolly sticks along like this. It's important that you get them as straight as you can, but they don't have to be perfect. So we go all the way along. Attaching them to this sticky tape. Okay. Now what you could do now is trim the bottom, put some string on here like I did, and I just joined that on the back with the same tape, can you see? Or you can turn these into a little container by joining them together. It's a little bit fiddly. But by joining them together like that, you could make them into a nice little container that you could keep your pencils or things in as well. Be creative, have some fun guys, and I shall see you next week.